Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Jorden van Foreest and Erwin. This is a game from the Tata Steel Challengers tournament played in 2017. Jorden van Foreest had white pieces and he started with e4. Erwin played c6, d4, d5, the Caro-Kann defense. Knight to d2, d takes on e4, knight takes on e4, bishop to f5 attacking the knight, knight to g3 attacking the bishop, bishop to g6, h4, this is the popular main line, h6, knight to f3, knight to d7, if e6 then knight to e5, knight to d7 discouraging, knight to e5 by white, h5, bishop to h7, bishop to d3, bishop takes on d3, queen takes on d3, e6, bishop to d2, controlling a5 square and preparing to castle queenside, f&g to f6, Jorden castled queenside, bishop to e7, king to b1, black to move, rook to c8. Castling is the most played move, intending to open the c-file and attack the white king. Knight to e4, c5, knight takes on f6 check, bishop takes knight, white to move, d5. The best move, keeping the c-file closed, but intending to open the e-file. If d takes on c5, knight takes on c5, queen takes queen check, rook takes queen and black is okay. Back to our game. d5. Lamy played queen to b6, threatening checkmate. c3, c4, queen to e4, e5, keeping the e-file closed. Bishop to e3 attacking the queen, queen to d6. White to move, how would you continue? Jorden played knight to d4. This is a lovely move, isn't it? The knight is on the way to f5. Knight to c5, attacking the white queen. Jorden played queen to g4. Queen to d7. Capturing the knight is not a good idea because of queen takes rook on c8 check. So we have queen to d7, offering to trade queens. Knight to f5, knight to d3, white to move. What would you do? Jorden played knight takes on g7 check, bishop takes knight, queen takes bishop, king to e7, white to move. How would you continue now? Jorden played another lovely move, bishop to c5 check, rook takes on c5, if knight takes on c5, queen takes on e5 check, sending the black king to the back rank, and then the queen takes rook check. Back to our game. Rook takes on c5, queen takes rook on h8, queen to f5, threatening a smothered checkmate. King to a1. Let's play a random move to see what would happen if white was not paying attention to the threat. Then black would win just like this. Knight to e1 check, king to a1, knight to c2 check, king to b1, knight to a3 double check, king to a1, and now queen to b1 check, after rook takes queen, knight to c2 smothered checkmate. Back to our game. Jorden played king to a1. Rook takes on d5, queen takes on h6, queen takes on f2, threatening checkmate. How would you defend the pawn on b2? Jorden decided to defend the pawn with his queen. How to do that? Let's see. First move, queen to g5 check, f6, queen to g7 check, king to e6, queen takes on b7. Just on time to defend b2 pawn. Let's go back. In this position, Black could have played king to f8, but then rook to d2, and again white is better. Back to our game. So we have this variation, check, f6, queen to g7 check, king to e6, queen takes on b7. Black to move. Lamy couldn't find a way to improve his position, so he decided to trade queens. Queen to b6, queen takes queen check, pawn takes queen, white to move. What would you do? Someone said that passed pawns must be pushed. h6, rook to d8, h7, rook to h8, rook to h6, b5, rook to f1, knight to f4, g3, knight to d5, g4, king to f7, g5, king to g7. White played a move when black resigned, and the move is rook from h to h1. Play with the black pieces. Lamy resigned. For the entertainment purpose, I will show you just one line. F takes on g5, rook to f5, king to g6, rook takes on e5, knight to c7, rook to c5, and the knight has no good squares to go to. If knight to e8, rook to c8, g4, rook takes knight, rook takes rook, pawn to h8 queen, rook takes queen, rook takes rook, king to f5, rook to h5 check, king to f4, rook takes on b5, g3, rook to b8, g2, rook to g8, king to f3, a4, king to f2, a5, pawn to g1 queen, rook takes queen, king takes rook, a6. And I guess we can stop here. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.